Elon Musk is a prominent advocate for sustainable energy, but at the same time, he also thinks that nuclear energy will be another major source of electricity for the entire world apart from solar and wind. And it looks like a few ex-SpaceX employees are coming up with an insane nuclear reactor, and we pretty much think that Elon Musk is definitely going to be happy about it. Or is he? Excited to know more about this? Welcome to Tech United, a place where we bring tech and people closer together. Excited enough? What are you waiting for? Like and share this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and get a chance to win a pair of AirPods Pro. With all that done, let's get started. Apart from solar energy, Elon Musk's favorite energy source happens to be nuclear power plants, and the billionaire clearly thinks that nuclear power plants should not be shut down unless they are susceptible to extreme natural disasters. This makes a lot of sense because nuclear power plants generate about 8% of California's electricity requirement, and 15% of its carbon-free power all comes from the Diablo Canyon nuclear power plant. Experts also say that keeping nuclear power plants operational up to 2045 could save up to $21 billion in power system costs, and countries can save about 90,000 acres of land from useful energy production, which is huge. Elon Musk expressed his desire to keep nuclear power plants when asked about the shutting down of Diablo Canyon because that will make the state of California, which is already in a state of energy and climate crisis, rely on fossil fuels. And this will just push away all the progress that we made so far towards the use of sustainable energy backward instead of Tesla's goals to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. So, it makes a lot of sense why Elon is betting on nuclear energy. So, how exactly is nuclear energy clean? Well, nuclear energy is considered to be clean because generating nuclear energy does not release any greenhouse gases. But there are some high-profile accidents because of which nuclear power plants do have some bad reputation. But Elon Musk clearly stated that modern nuclear power plants are safe, contrary to what people may think, and it is really possible to make nuclear power extremely safe. Now, there are two types of nuclear reaction: nuclear fission and fusion. If you don't know what nuclear fission is, well, this happens to be a process that is used by conventional nuclear reactors. With a fission reaction, a neutron slams into a larger atom, splitting it into two smaller atoms, which then releases a lot of energy. Nuclear fusion happens to be just the opposite of fission because, with fusion, smaller atoms are slammed together and join into a heavier atom, releasing energy. Nuclear fusion happens to be the same way the sun generates energy. Fusion might be a safer way to generate nuclear energy because fission generates radioactive waste that can remain dangerous for a very long time, while fusion does not generate radioactive waste. But the problem is that with the present technology that we have, fusion is clearly not possible because it requires a lot of energy, leaving no net energy to power other things. So many companies tried to commercialize fusion energy, but none have been successful. Fission reactions can be controlled, but the same cannot be said about fusion. Fusion still offers an appealing opportunity since fusion creates less radioactive material than fission and has a nearly unlimited fuel supply. Currently, about 20% of the energy generated in the United States comes from nuclear, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. Conventional nuclear energy technology has been using fission reactions as the technology evolved and improved because we have been using nuclear energy for quite some time now. But even then, some people oppose nuclear power, stating that there are so many risks associated despite all the technological advancements with nuclear power. They want more people to switch to solar and wind. Musk clearly knows that there will be a rise in energy demand if more people switch to electric vehicles, all thanks to Musk's other company, Tesla. Despite the fact that Elon Musk is completely bullish about nuclear energy, he also wants the world to depend on large, sustainable power generation developments, mostly wind and solar, that is. So, how exactly do these nuclear reactions work? Well, the theory behind nuclear reactors is built on the basic principles of nuclear physics. Nuclear reactors initiate fission reactions in uranium fuel, which are then controlled with the help of moderator and neutron poisons. These reactions release energy in the form of heat, which is then converted to electricity. Nuclear reactors are useful primarily because all the energy produced by the nuclear reactions is greater than that produced by any other chemical reaction. A nuclear reaction primarily includes radioactive decay, nuclear fission, and nuclear fusion. Nuclear reactions mostly involve atomic nuclei, neutrons and protons rearranged, and in this process, atoms actually change from one element to another. Nuclear reactions release considerably more energy than any other chemical reaction out there because the forces by electrons exercised over one another are much weaker than the force holding the neutrons and protons that compose atomic nuclei. This is why nuclear reactors have the potential to provide much more electricity per facility than coal or oil-fueled reactors, which depend on combustion, which is another chemical reaction. So, you get the idea. Nuclear reactors will get you more energy than any other source right now. The design of a nuclear plant has a lot in common with every other power plant. The massive amounts of heat generated by nuclear reactions are often used to boil water and run steam-powered turbines or generators. These devices are specifically designed to minimize the radiological and other risks associated with nuclear materials, but the basic principles do not differ from conventional steam engines. So, what exactly is SpaceX or some of the ex-SpaceX engineers working on? Well, it looks like they're working on a portable nuclear reactor that can power over 1,000 homes, and this is big news. The startup Radiant was founded by ex-SpaceX engineers, and they recently secured funding of about $1.2 million to develop portable nuclear reactors. This will help provide electricity in remote communities, disaster areas, and various other bases. As we mentioned earlier, these are basically 1 megawatt portable nuclear reactors that can power over 1,000 homes per unit. So, how exactly are these nuclear reactors different from the ones we already have? The nuclear reactors developed by the company Radiant use helium instead of water for cooling. This, according to the company, will reduce corrosion, boiling, and contamination risk. The particular fuel used in these reactors does not melt, and they are also capable of handling higher temperatures than traditional nuclear fuels. And that's a wrap for today's video. What do you think about the ex-SpaceX engineers' insane nuclear reactor? Do you think SpaceX will be able to compete with a better offering anytime soon? Do let us know in the comments section below because we would love to hear from you all. Also, consider subscribing to our channel for more content just like this one, and turn on post notifications so that you never miss out on any of our future uploads. That's about it for today. Make sure to smash that like button, and we will meet again in the next video. Also, if you like today's video on SpaceX's insane new nuclear reactor, then you might want to watch Elon Musk's bold new plans for Giga Shanghai if you click on the left, or you might like our video on the James Webb Telescope that will change everything if you click on the right.